The Academy Awards have announced their nominations, but I know all of you are only interested in one thing, and that's what was nominated for Best Animated Feature. So let's briefly go over them, and I'll talk about any snubs, and how likely I think each film is to win. So since about 2011, there have always been 5 films nominated for Best Animated Feature. Beforehand, it was like 3 to 5, it was weird. But here are the films nominated this year. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This has been an award show darling so far, so of course this is nominated. Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. This is the independent pick for this year. In his documentary style with some live-action stuff, this is a hybrid. There is a stipulation for films like these. It has to be at least, like, focused 75% on an animated character, which this is mostly focused on Marcel. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. DreamWorks usually gets nominated. They're always going against Disney or Pixar. The Sea Beast. Another Netflix pick along with Pinocchio. It's interesting to see streaming services get more nominations over the years. And then finally, Turning Red. It's Pixar, so of course. They're usually always nominated if they have a film in the year, with the exception of years like when they had Cars 2 and Monsters University. So before I get into how likely I think any of these are to win, let's talk about any snubs. Because, oh boy, there have been snubs in the past. One I am still angry about is the Lego Movie not being nominated in 2014. Or the Lego Batman movie, for that matter. First of all, I do see people mentioning Avatar 2, since that got nominated for Best Picture. But there's a whole stipulation about motion capture being a thing in this category. They made it back in, like, 2009, when the first Avatar came out, and also the Robert Zemeckis Christmas Carol. It's very strange, because motion capture is still, like, a form of animation, but it's also, like, a tool for live action. But still, I think there are a lot of other animated films, or films that have animation, that are way more deserving than Avatar 2 for this category. And Avatar 2 already got, like, a bunch of nominations anyway. One very noticeable snub is that there's no foreign language animated film this year. If anything, it probably would have gone to Inu-Oh, because that was nominated at the Golden Globes and the Annies. So I'm surprised to not see it here. It's also a film I still need to watch. I'll probably watch it before the Annies happen, though. By the way, I will be streaming the 50th Annie Awards on my Twitch next month, so be sure you're following that. Belle also wasn't nominated, though I would have expected that to get a nomination last year, because it technically is a 2021 movie. It only got a wide release in the US in 2022. But still unfortunate that it didn't get a nomination for either year. My Father's Dragon also wasn't nominated, which is the first time Cartoon Saloon hasn't been nominated for their film. A lot of people have been saying that they would switch out the Sea Beast for something else. I mean, I like it, but I'm biased because I love giant marine animals. But I probably would have switched it out for My Father's Dragon if I had to. It feels weird that Cartoon Saloon's nomination streak has been broken. Also, this would have been another Netflix nomination. Even though I do like the Sea Beast a little more than My Father's Dragon, I think My Father's Dragon probably deserves it more. And of course, none of them are nominated for Best Picture. I have a whole video I want to do about that in March when the Oscars are happening, so be sure you're subscribed for that. And while you're subscribing, how about you like this video too? Alright, now let me go over how likely I think each film is to win. I'm going to go from least likely to most likely. At the bottom, I think it's the Sea Beast. This would be Netflix's first win for an animated film at the Oscars. I highly doubt it will win, though. Even when the nominees were being announced, it sounded like the Sea Beast got a pity applause.
The Sea Beast.
Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. This is an independent film, so it'd definitely be something if it won. That's never happened before in this category, which is why I think it's 4th on this list. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. DreamWorks has only won with Shrek at the very first Academy Awards that had this category, and with Wallace and Gromit and The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, if you want to count that as DreamWorks with them helping Aardman. Puss in Boots was one of my favorite films of 2022, so I would love it to win, but really I think there are 2 films that are really going to be tying for this, as far as what is most likely to win. And that is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio and Turning Red. Honestly, I could see it going either way. Like I said in the beginning, Pinocchio has been an award show darling, and it's very smart of them putting Guillermo's name in the title, so that way the Academy knows that Guillermo is attached to it. And Turning Red, well, it's Pixar, and the Academy has like a bias with Pixar. They just see Disney Pixar and they're like, oh yeah, I'll vote for that. Remember that a lot of Academy members don't even watch all the movies that are nominated, especially the movies nominated for Best Animated Feature. So yeah, honestly, I could see it going either way with Pinocchio or Turning Red. I would love for Pinocchio to win, because I would love to see Guillermo do that speech he did at the Golden Globes at the Oscars, saying that animation is not a genre for kids, it's a medium.
Because animation is cinema. Animation It's not a genre for kids, it's a medium.
Anyway, if you want to hear me talk more about these films, take a look at this video I did ranking the animated films of 2022, and tell me what film you think is most likely to win, and also what film you think might have gotten snubbed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!